let's do a quick patch notes thing while I have you guys here. If we take a look at heroes, right, and what the general gameplay looks like. So this is a huge patch, right? It hit basically everyone to varying degrees. But the general direction that they're going in is longer games. So this means that heroes that scale better into the late game are going to perform better than before. And why I say that is because every ranged hero got a range increase and a CC reduction. So what does that mean? CC reduction basically means that you don't want to fight as much early, especially if you're Princess Frost, if you're someone like that, because you're not getting as much out of that CC where you can impair someone to get that kill. And so the attack range increase means that you're able to farm safer, right? So all of these things are about allowing you to escape easier, about preventing ganks, because you can't like slow someone, but you also can't like lock someone in place as much for a gank unless it's hard CC right now, right? And because the range increase happens, like farm lanes, the ADCs shouldn't be dying as much because they can safely get gold where before they couldn't, right? So you're gonna see, in terms of like farm laners that are really gonna take off, I really actually think, Ho Yi is really, really good. I think Huang is going to be really good this season. I think our Lee got a buff as well because the attack range increase on an already mobile hero is really, really gross. And I think that Alessio is absolutely disgusting right now because not only did he get a late game buff on his damage and scaling, but he also does really, really well the more items he has, right? All farm laners do that, but Alessio exceptionally, he has 3 core items, and once you have these core items, you just start blowing people up. And so I think Alessio is the biggest winner of this, then Huang, and then Ho Yi. In mid lane, because mid lane's another lane that I play a lot of, we're talking assassins and stuff are going to have a much easier time early game, right? This is about getting ahead early if you can. So etc. And then late game, they're just going to start struggling more and more. As you have things like Xia, who are now like really scaling because the games are longer. You have Dao Chen, who got a bunch of damage buffs. So the more items she gets, the better, right? The longer the fight goes on, the tankier people are. So any hero that scales late is going to be big on this front, right? That's what you're really going to see. You're going to see some heroes who want to really press the game early. So that's kind of like the direction that I'm seeing this in, right? So that means if you guys are behind early in your games, hold. Just farm, play safe, hold out the best you can. These games it's really going to come down to late game team fights. If you're playing characters that are like assassin-y and want to go in and blow people up, you need to get ahead early. And you need to stop their hyper carries because the game's set up to really support hyper carries at this point. You need to stop their hyper carries from going off.